Hey guys, good evening. My sincere apologies, guys, for being so incredibly late. You know, it's not usually in my nature. I am so sorry. Circumstances beyond my control. I apologize for coming so late. Obodo fam, Emma Binu. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Gigi. Oh my God, you are amazing. Thank you. I'm so sorry. It's circumstances beyond my control. Thanks for your patience. Thank you so much. Honestly, let's not go into it. It is well. Uh Thank you so much, everyone. The Sylvia family, what is going on? Sylvia family, Shekosi, is everything okay? What's going on with you? You're welcome, my people. Thank you so much for being here. And my apologies for starting late. It is not in my nature. I usually like to stick to time. I pride myself as that Nigerian that does not do African time. Emma Binu. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Please accept my apologies. In fact, okay, I'll leave the explanation for another day. Let's just get into it. Okay, let's get into it because the explanation will even delay us more. You're welcome. Gigi, thank you for saving the day. You saved the day, Gigi. You are the one that saved the day. You are the real you are eh the real hero of tonight. Thank you so much. Everyone, welcome to tonight's show. I welcome you. How is everyone doing? I'm not enjoying the weekend though, Tony. I've been busy. I've been up on my busy. And that's why we are where we are now. And that's why I am so freaking late. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Uh how's everyone doing? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your patience. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. So, this show is very important to me. Like this subject is very important to me because I wanted to follow up on Neka. If I say say I want gossip you today, now I make you day here. Gidigba. You're among the people that I want to talk to tonight. Thank you so much, my darling Neka. You're amazing. God bless you. You are such an amazing person. God bless you. So I wanted to do a follow-up on the last show that we did. But before I get to that, I want to talk about this lady uh, who you see on the thumbnail of the video. Her name is Caroline Danjuma. Okay. She's an Hollywood actor. She used to act in those days. I don't know if she still acts. I don't think she does. But back in the day, she was very well known in the Nollywood circles. Okay. And she got married and the marriage didn't work. A lot of people have a lot of things to say about her marriage. Okay. I have never even seen her husband before. This is the first time I'm seeing the picture of the husband because she posted something about, her marriage. She posted something and she was basically talking about forgiveness, right? Okay. This is not a very popular topic. A lot of people don't like it. They don't like to engage in it. They just want to remain in that place where they hold things in their hearts. So, from the beginning of this year, I was thinking, she's not acting for now. Okay, thank you for letting me know, chat moment. You remove Pepe. You remove Pepe from your name. You see, I'm very observant. Thank you so much, Chelsea Brand. Chat moment. I love your new name. That Pepe was making me think, hey, yeah. I don't know if she's acting at the moment. So you told me now that she's not acting anymore. Okay. So I knew her as an actress in Nollywood that was famous back in the day for acting in Nollywood movies. So apparently she got married to this gentleman that you see on the screen. And people said that the man is so much more older than her, but he's a billionaire. All right. They say he's so much more older. I don't even know the man. His name is Danjuma, something Danjuma. Okay. Uh They say the man is old enough to be her husband. You know, people always have something to say. Her name is Caroline Ekanem. But when she got married to this man, she became Caroline Danjuma, right? So, according to the blogs and people that I always know, they said that the man's name is Musa Danjuma. Okay. She was married to the man for 9 years. All right. And they had 3 kids, but the marriage didn't work out. Yeah. You guys know her, right? Okay. So when I saw her story, I just felt like, okay, it aligns with what I wanted to talk about regarding my last show, which was about, hey, Jesus is Lord. Sisters, you guys know I love you. I fight for you. I'm in your corner. I get a lot of backlash because of, hey, you're always defending women. You're always telling stories from a woman's perspective. You always do this, you always do that, you always do that. Okay. Some of you know the man as well. Chat moment. Musa Danjuma is his name. But we need to talk from time to time, yeah. When you love someone, you need to tell them the truth, because you can't claim to be a good friend to someone or a good sibling or family member if you hide the truth. I'm a very very blunt person. I try to be as diplomatic as I can, because now we live in the diaspora where you don't just open your mouth to chat to say. Mhm. So uh I try to quote what I'm saying. I don't just blot out things the way I previously did in my former life. In my last life as a Nigerian, now I'm British, so I'm learning the British culture of you check your words, you examine them, you rehearse before you say them. Okay, in the heat of the moment, sometimes the Nigerianness in me, as my children will say, is the Nigerianness in me will come out. But as much as possible, and when you work in a professional environment as well, you learn how to communicate without being offensive, without saying what you mean. Because sometimes if you say, if we tell each other the things that we feel in our heart, things go scatter. You know, go fit. You just have to tone it down. Okay, that's one thing you need to learn when you come to the diaspora. Uh Okay, yeah, forgiveness is what I want to talk about tonight. It's been on our mind from the beginning of this year to talk about it. But from my last show, guys, I'm not joking. Go and look at the comments on my last show. You will see why this topic is so important that sisters over the farm, we need to rub minds. But you know what? I'm so glad that those names and those people that put those comments, a lot of them I don't know them. They're not on the live shows when we do the shows. There's no way you can be Obodo Farm and you listen to us and you participate in these live shows that we do and you still have so much bitterness in your hearts. Bitterness will eat you. It will eat you raw. It will finish you, will kill your joy. You will have no peace. Some of our sisters are very bitter. They are angry and bitter. So, before I come to Caroline's story and link it up to why we want to talk about forgiveness, the story I did about the brother last show, I did a story about a brother who went to Nigeria to marry. And at the beginning of the show, I said that a lot of women in the diaspora have problem with men going to Africa to marry. But I believe that wherever you want to go and marry, that's your cup of tea. But apparently, I'm not. I will tell you what happened to Caroline K. Don't worry, I'm getting to it. I'm just trying to set the background because you can see that there's a lot going on with me. So please forgive me. A lot of our sisters are very, very angry. They are bitter. They have unforgiveness in their heart because of their experiences or experiences of people they know. So I did that show and I talked about how this brother went to Nigeria to marry, and the woman played him. She took the money, she was funding another man, and she was just living the life. And when the brother got to Nigeria, he found out that it's all a lie. Mm? Mhm. My God, my God, the comment on that show, Jehovah. I was watching it. I was in the comment section and I was listening and watching and I was reading comment I could not believe. A lot of people have a problem with it. Maybe this is what he did to a lot of women. He did this to women in the diaspora. Did you know? That's why this is happening to him. This is what he did. After messing around with women in the diaspora, now he's going to Africa to come and marry. He's a kama. He's this, is that. You don't know him. You don't know his story. And I'm not ruling it out that some brothers do that, they go out with a lot of women and they don't marry them. But I'm telling you, the comment section was filled up with a lot of bitter and angry women. And I said, wow. Wow. It's Kama that is dealing with him. How many women has he disappointed in the diaspora? How many women has he slept with? Now he's going to Africa to go and look for a saint. You don't know him, my sister. You don't know this man. You are transferring your bitterness from what somebody did to you to another human being you don't know completely. And I'm going to backtrack. The story of our brother Victor, I shared a story about our brother Victor, who was a widower here last year. A lot of you were on that show. You saw and you heard the story of brother Victor. This man is not a heartbreaker. He wasn't sleeping around with women. He just went to Nigeria and married a female Mongupak who used him to come in the diaspora. You see, assumptions is a sin. When you do not know the full story about a situation and you start to make assumptions and you make it seem as if it's a fact. If you are making assumptions about anything, please just say, I'm assuming that maybe this is this is something that could be, going on. This is something he may have done. But please don't take it as the fact because you don't know the fact. You saw the comment, Diana. Hey, Jesus is Lord. These ladies were on and on and on about how he slept with so many women in the diaspora. They were not good enough for him. It's good for him. I don't have any sympathy for him. I'm like, what? See, when women come here, a lot of the people who've come here to share on the platform are women. We often empathize. We say it's a free and safe place for people to share. Why is it okay for women to share their pain? And when a man comes to share, you start to say all these things, very negative things, without knowing him. You don't know his story. Saying that, oh, he slept with so many women. The women in diaspora are not good enough for him. That's why he went. Please, sisters, no, you don't know him. You don't know his story. If we can be empathetic to ladies, then we need to extend that same kind of compassion and empathy to brothers. See, somebody said something that what you hate, if you are not careful, you become what you hate. You hate something so much. If you are not careful, you will become that thing. And I'm afraid that a lot of sisters who live in the diaspora are becoming that thing they hate. Wow. If you see comments, it's like, it's good for him. It's good for him. What about all the women he dated in the diaspora? How do you know he dated women in the diaspora that he broke their heart? Do you know him? My people, I fear catch me. For some of them, I quarrel with them. Somebody says Kama visited the guy. Most of these diasporan guys have broken hearts of ladies a lot, that they genuinely love them and sacrifice for them and later pay them back by returning to Africa, expecting to marry a naive lady that he can use as remote control. This is a comment by somebody. It's not even the comment, it's the amount of likes that comment has. It has 32 likes. That tells me that it's not only the person that put the comment that feels this way, but a lot of people feel that way. That's double standard. I don't like it. No. We can't be like these, sisters. We can be better. No, we can't. We can be better. Please. When women come here to tell their stories, some women have come here to tell their stories about importing husbands. We don't condemn them. We don't say, oh, all the men you slept with in the diaspora, they are not good enough. Now you went to Africa to marry. What is your problem if somebody goes to Africa to go and marry? You don't tell somebody where they marry from. This is double standard. It is not acceptable. Women, please. This is the second time I'm finding this behavior on this platform. The first time was when we were talking about the issue of DNA. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still going to come to the story of Caroline, but I need to lay this foundation. Mm? We have opinions, but don't put your opinions and assumption on somebody else. You don't know them. You don't know these people. When we're talking about DNA, it's the same thing. Women were fighting to say that when we're talking about the issue of, people doing DNA and finding out that the children they thought were not that were their children biologically are not their children. A lot of women didn't see anything wrong with it. They were saying, "Shebi they too, they have children outside. What's the big deal? Ah, please. Won't you da? No, 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 no. Please." Mm-mm. It is not acceptable for you to empathize towards one gender, and when the other gender comes and they narrate their story, you start to hit them back to back and say it's good for them, it's good for them. You have no empathy, you have no sympathy, it's good for them. Why? No, 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 no. Mm-mm. No. I always say it on this platform. I'm a mother of sons, and I have brothers. No, that behavior is not good. It's not. Another one. This one was the one that was really, really strong. Her name is Enne Onedem. I've never seen her comment before. She said, after sleeping with all the ladies, and he probably wasted and deceived the ladies in the diaspora where he lives. I am very sure there is a lady in the diaspora where he lives. He probably wasted her time and ran to Nigeria to go and marry a saint for a wife. Sorry, man. I don't feel bad for you. And you know this, and you are saying it with authority like you know this brother. Are you in their life? How do you know this? You see, the thing is that I feel like people project their own insecurity and their own pain on other people's story. Okay? So somebody like this NN now, maybe exactly this thing happened to her. That another brother, did this to her. She was in a relationship. The brother left her, broke her heart, after sacrificing everything, and they went to Nigeria to marry. But it doesn't mean that this brother that shared the story is the same man. We have different journey. You are projecting. Yes, okay. It is wrong. Very, very wrong. As much as I don't support brothers who are Mongo Parks and they do the right thing, I will never support sisters projecting their own, you know, failed relationship, their insecurity, their unforgiveness on somebody else. It's not good. No, you don't know him. Hey, see comment oh. I don't feel sorry for him. It's good for him. How many women has he broken their hearts? Monique Lode. But we don't see the same comments when women come to share. So that's the background why I wanted to talk about forgiveness. Now let's talk about Caroline. Caroline came and made a comment about her marriage. Her marriage is ended. She's divorced, I believe. Okay. Yeah. We're going to get into the issue of the forgiveness. But I wanted to talk about Caroline next. She said in her post, she said, I blame myself for not making a perfect marriage. I blame myself for both faults of ours until I started healing. Then I knew I was not a failure. I pray to God for assistance, most importantly, to forgive myself and Him. Rather than hate the outcome of what was, I choose love and peace and peace of mind for what was. Okay? Guys, please listen because her words are deep. She said, we both are not perfect. And that is what makes us human. I dealt with a hurtful words from friends and strangers, the stigma of and constant mockery without knowledge of what truly happened. God whispered, I am with you. And that was it. My journey to finding myself again began when I never looked back. I came, I saw, and I conquered. Most importantly, I found my lost dignity, healed, restored, unprovoked, loving, and blessed. And she tagged the coach that helped her, which is Lanre Olushola, who is a life coach. She said, Thanks to Lanre Olushola, who spoke through the words of the Bible to help me find my way. Some of us are better off as friends than lovers. It is okay to see a professional counselor. You are not mad, you just need clarification. It is okay to fail and rise again. Let God heal you. Let God heal you. Let God heal you. I can't say that enough. She said, let God heal you. No hate, but love always. Accept your faults. Forgive the other and move on in peace. This is my first time talking about my divorce. Not an easy journey, but most time very painful moment, especially if you are a perfectionist and kids are involved. Kill the hate or it will ruin you. Destroy the hate. Delete the hate or it will ruin you. For all of you that are hurt, you are in pain from previous relationship and whatever it is that happened to you. Listen to a woman that's been there. She's done that. She's wearing the t-shirt. She said, delete the hate or it will ruin you. I saw that a lot in the comment section of my last video. If you are wondering how you will pick up financially, trust me, you will. Just stay focused and determined. Love without regrets. And then there was another post where she said, I know your divorce tore you. Your broken relationship tore your identity apart. It checked you into an emotional prison. You are not your marriage or relationship. Your relationship failed. Your marriage failed. You didn't fail. You didn't fail. So that is the story of Caroline. So apparently what happened was that the husband or the ex-husband now was a philanderer. According to the blogs, they said that he even impregnated another woman. They said the man is a multimillionaire or he's a billionaire, whatever, and he was out there. You know, this typical attitude of saying that, oh, you have everything you need. I provide for you and the kids. You have money, you have security. Why are you worried about what I do? That even got someone else pregnant. This is what the blogs are reporting. So when she got tired, she said, okay, enough is enough. I'm not taking it anymore. You might be rich, you might give me money, but I ain't taking it anymore. To hell with you and your money. So that's how the marriage broke down. Okay? And a lot of people were saying that, you know, of course, people will always accuse you when you divorce. They will say all sorts of things about you. I don't know. Only people who marry know the reason why they marry. People were saying in the comment section that she married a man for money. She did this, she did that. How would you marry a man that is old enough to be your father? Whatever. I don't know. But there's a significant age gap. The only problem I have with this man is his dress sense. My people, I'm sorry. I'm trying to digress here, but I have a problem with the way this man dressed. With all his money, he needed somebody to coach him on how to dress because his dress sense, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. He needed a wardrobe. What do they call them? Image person. He needed to pay somebody. Mhm. No, talking seriously, I don't know what happened in their relationship. This man dressed like, you know, even poor man sabi dress past like this. He wasn't dressing well. But what Caroline is saying, let's take it on board. Yeah, he needed a makeover. Ray. He needed a makeover because he dressed not too much. They do like woman. You know, see, if you wear orange shoe, you go wear orange jeans, orange jackets. Shiny blazer like a performer. That is the only problem I have with this man. Oh, apparently, when I was googling it, I found out that he actually got. They say he got his side chick pregnant. That's what the blogs are saying. This man has got to be rich for women to be falling over him because the way he dresses, Jesus. Hey. Yes, you should have helped him because the way he dresses, that is the only problem I have with this man. I don't know him personally, but Ogbeni, your dressing needs an image consultant. All those billions, put it to somebody that can help you dress. Okay, let's go to the real issues. So, Caroline spoke her truth. She said, you have to forgive. Let go of the pain. Let go of the hurt. Let go of all those whatever it is that you are going through in your mind, because it will not allow you to move on. And what she said clearly is that if you don't let go of the pain, it will delete you. You either let go of that pain or it will delete you. Let me tell you something. Some people are living, but they are not living. They are living dead. They say he's a billionaire, ba. He's a billionaire. Now they dress like this. Chai. You know, see Tony, is he Elumili, Tony Elumili and all the other billionaires in Nigeria to teach him how to dress. Jesus Christ. This man. Dressing no be at all. But it's okay. That's not the gist. Don't see blue to blue. Silver to silver. If you check in shoe now, silver to macho. How man they dress like this? What's wrong with you? With all your millions? Anyway. Caroline spoke her truth, oh, my people. She said, you let go of the hurt and the pain so you can move on. Otherwise, it will delete you. It will. Mhm. Yeah. So she said, this is the first time I'm speaking about it. They were married for about 9 years. They got 3 children. And she is talking about forgiveness. So many women are living in hurt and pain. So I shared this story a few days ago about a brother that went to Nigeria. You jump into the story and you make it your own. You project it on yourself and it becomes your story. This brother becomes the person that broke your heart. This brother becomes the person that didn't marry you after you committed into the relationship and everything you did. You don't know him. You don't know him. Why are you projecting? So it tells me that we need a lot of healing. Sisters need to do a lot of healing. There are so many sisters out there. They are so hurt. They are in pain. And if you do not heal, you cannot move on. So I'm just going to share something with you very briefly. Why it is very, very important for you to heal. And if you don't heal, it is very, very olewu gidi gidi. It has, it has impact. It can impact on you. And yeah, it can impact on your life. It can impact on your children. It can impact on so many things. So I'm just going to share this with you very, very quickly. And we are taking it from this article here is on the HuffPost, and is about 7 reasons to forgive your ex. Okay? Why you need to forgive your ex. How many of you know that forgiveness is not for the other person? It's for you. How many of you know that? I'm sure some people know. So the first thing is that forgiveness, when we talk about forgiveness here, we are not saying it for the other person. No, it's you that is suffering, my sister. It's you that is going through the pain. 99.9 times, the person that you are hurt and feeling bad and, you are in depression and feeling so low with your life about does not even give a flying F about you. They don't give a flying F about you. They don't care. They don't even know. And they are not interested in whatever you are going through. So the first benefit of forgiveness is for you. You free yourself. And forgiving somebody, you don't even need to tell them I'm forgiving you. It's from the heart. You tell yourself, I release myself from this bitterness. I release myself from this pain. I release myself from everything I'm feeling negatively about this person. I don't want to feel this way. I release myself. So forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. Choose forgiveness. You don't even need to tell your ex you're forgiving them. Just choose you. Do it for your own peace of mind, for your sanity. Because when you are bitter, angry, and disgruntled, you don't know how you come across. Oh, I'm telling you. All of you here that always feel like, oh, you don't know how you come across. You come across, there's an energy. I want to talk to you about energy. There's something about energy. When you have so much bitterness in your heart, there's an energy that you carry. Oh my God. The energy, and the thing about human energy is that it radiates. Yeah, it radiates. It will just be around you. You'll be feeling disgruntled, you'll be sad, you'll be depressed, you'll be anxious. You are not happy with your life. Negative energy will be radiating from you for what? So forgiveness is for yourself. That's number one. Number two, forgiveness does not mean that you condone the bad behavior. It does not mean that you've forgotten about it. It simply means that you are making peace with it so that you can move on and put it behind you and move on with your life. My people, I cannot even begin to, you know, to emphasize why this is important. It's for you. It's for you. It's for you. It doesn't mean that you condone it just for you saying, okay, I need to move on with my life. Without forgiving, you will remain in the same space, especially as a woman. Somebody broke your heart 20 years ago, you are still holding on to it today. Any man that approaches you, they already see your comments, your attitude, your energy. I talked about energy, negative energy. Please, we don't have time to go into it. I want people to go home and do homework. I want to give you homework today, my Obodo fam. Google negative energy and how it radiates. There's something about human behavior and there's something about energy. Negative energy is so terrible. It is so bad that they will see it and they will smell it from a distance. They will run away from you. So if you have unforgiveness in your heart, you have negative energy, and people are going to run away from you. Okay, because you're going to projecting what's in your heart. You can't hide it. You can't. Your thoughts, your words, the way you speak about the other gender is just going to be oozing. The man go say, "Ha, no, this one. Now me go suffer for waiting years do and me go wrong." Eh? Number three, a good forgiveness helps. The process helps to turn the corner. It helps you to turn the corner. That feeling of helplessness, being a victim by your ex, it also shows that you have reclaimed your power. It gives you power over your life and well-being. You lose your power when you cannot forgive. And you hold on to all of you when I say it's good for him. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him. So your empathy and compassion is only reserved for women who's gone through broken hearts. When a man does it, automatically is that your ex? Is that man that did it to you? That's wrong. Please, let's not be like that. It is wrong. You take your power back when you forgive. You reclaim your strength back. The feeling of helplessness, anxiety, hate, victim blaming and shaming, it goes away when you forgive. Very, very important too. You need to forgive. Number four, forgiveness allows you to release difficult emotions, including blame, anger, grief, but without denying or minimizing your feelings. Your feelings are valid. But are you a product of your feelings? You want to be that feeling forever? You want to feel this way? You want to have anger in your life forever? That person is just angry. Everything you're angry. And let me tell you something. When you're angry like that, everybody around you now go collect too. Your children go collect if you have children. Your colleagues will see you as somebody that is so bitter and angry. Your friends, some of them they'll run away from you when they are tired. Because anything they say, it always goes back to what somebody did to you 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You become something that you don't even recognize. Don't be a product of your feelings, my people. Forgiveness will provide a way for you to acknowledge them. You will heal and move on. Some of you will need help, therapy, prayer, fasting to do it. But you don't want to remain in that place. Trust me. The comment I saw in that previous video really shocked me. A lot of women are angry, they are bitter, they have a lot of unforgiveness, they are hurt. When people are hurt, that's when these emotions come about. Number 5, anger and resentment are toxic. You know what they call toxic? I bet Google them. They are toxic to you and everyone around you. I just explained that, how it affects everyone around you. Your children, your siblings, your parents, your friends, everybody around you. So this point says no matter how justified or right you feel, perpetuating conflict is not in anyone's best interest. There are even scientific studies that proves that anger and resentment are damaging to your physical health and happiness. Yes, it will cause cancer if you don't know. I can tell you now. This I cannot even overemphasize it. Divorce. The research that they've done, number 6, about divorce shows that one of the most damaging aspects of divorce for children is being exposed to ongoing conflict, i.e., unforgiveness, resentment, and putting children in the middle of it. Your children they hear when you dey talk for phone, no? When you dey talk to your friend or person where get listening here to hear, or you want to say how you want to slam that person, condemn that person, trash that person. They hear them. So you put them in the middle of it inadvertently, whether you like it or not. This is not to say that you shouldn't protect yourself and your children if there's anything that is threatening them or they are in danger to anything. Obviously, you should, but protective action does not require hostility. Number 7, and this is the last one. It says, if you are one of those people that is always thinking of getting even, hey, this man do this to me, the next one I go deal with him. He go suffer for my hand. The next 5 men wey go come my way and I then go pay for what this man do me. This point says the pleasure of getting even is short-lived. You see, revenge is not sweet. When somebody does something to you and you are looking for a payback, when you do the payback, now then you can't realize, say, oh, is this what I've been waiting for? I put my resources, my time, my energy to plan this revenge. But the thing no sweets me. You know, they sweet. You'll be feeling even less. You'll be feeling so helpless because what you are expecting to get from that revenge, you didn't get it. So the pleasure of getting even is short-lived. You know this, last. See, the best revenge is a happy life. The best revenge is a happy life. I say it again. The best revenge is your happiness, my darling. When you are happy, that person self go dey look you say, no the person who are breaking heart, no the person who I do this thing to. How is she happy? How is she able to move on? That is the best revenge. And a popular person, Oscar Wilde, put it this way: always forgive your enemies, nothing infuriates them. So, my people, here we are. Oh. I tell you about that post, man. The comments there, it feared me, it shook me. It shocked me. I say, people are so angry. The best revenge is happiness. When you are happy, when they do you something, they think say that is the end of you. And they can't see you. You go dress, you look nice, you are looking well, you are not moaning, you are not bitter, you are not there cussing and swearing and carrying on. The person said go the one that say, not be the same person who I do this thing to. How come they are still able to carry on like this? The best revenge is happiness. Please hit the like button, my people, if you are enjoying tonight. So, my people, I want to challenge you, especially ladies. I'm talking to you tonight. Free yourself from that pain. Free yourself from that bitterness, rage, anger, unforgiveness. What he do me? You don't know what he do me? Everybody for this world don't know what he do you. You don't do. Otito. It's okay. It's okay. We're not excusing the behavior. We're not saying it's right for people to treat you badly, treat you shittily. Some of you won't say the diaspora men, they use una, they sleep with una. They go marry other saints for Africa. We're not excusing it. But you know this thing about sleeping with somebody, so it takes two. They don't force you. Oh. You take agree, now do it together. Oh. Not be said they force you. Oh. But some ladies, when it can't happen finish now, when maybe the thing you were expecting marriage and it didn't happen, they marry somebody, you say, hey, sleep with me, finish, go marry somebody else. But you consented to it now. You're an adult. You probably enjoyed it too. Okay? Let's tell ourselves the truth. There are no guarantees in life, my people. Yeah, you probably enjoyed it. No guarantees in this life. Some relationship go lead to marriage, some no go lead to marriage. Cut your losses and move on. Give yourself peace. Don't hold on to all those things and you use it to punish other people. See, a lot of people don't even lose other chances of good men that God has sent their way to compensate them because they are still holding on to what happened to them 5 years ago. What did that man do me? You know what he do me? All my money now I spend am for him body. Now he house for Nigeria. Now means 70% of my salary now spend put. Now the house don't finish. He don't marry another woman put for there. Now that I know say I too old. Now that I know say I not good enough. It happens, my people. It happens. Let it go. Anything where you don't take your life and saying about money, you spend resources. Money, you go always make money. When you get life, you go make money. Let them go. If you not take your life, you still day here. Una remember that story where I shared a couple of years ago? I shared a story about a woman in the US. How many of you remember that story? The woman that did her obituary, she went and put poster and said that she's inviting people to her obituary. She's still there alive, oh my people. That people should come to her obituary because this is the day that she's going to do her obituary because she's going to delete herself because of what the man did to her. And then she started to talk. Hey, when I did a story, a long, I think it was about 2-3 videos. The woman actually contacted me. She wanted to write a book. I think she's written the book about it now. It was a few years ago. I think it was 2019. This woman do poster. He say, now the day when in life, when she narrated what she went through in the hands of this uncle, when they say Mongo Park, this one a senior Mongo Park, oh, as in, na advanced Mongo Park is not a young man, no, he's a grandfather Mongo Park. All her nursing money. You remember the story, Rao? Okay, you've been watching me long enough, so you remember the story. All her nursing money, how she relocated in the US, how they got a house, how she was paying everything. She was doing everything. This man went to Nigeria. All the money she spent over $100,000 on this Mongo Park. So when the man went to Nigeria and married another person, he did so many things, and she said she wanted to delete herself. Yeah, it was a Mongo Park extraordinary. Few years ago. The video is still on my channel. I'll link it to this thing. When we finish this live, I'll link it to you so that you listen to that woman's experience. And then people reached out to her, they held her, they encouraged her. They say, no, 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 you don't do that. His name is Bayo. I remember that uncle. Uncle Bayo, because we cannot even call him by name. That's how old he is. His uncle. You remember the lady? I didn't even know she was in Nollywood. Wow. Bingpe. You remember that story? I didn't even know she was in Nollywood. Uncle Bayo dealt with that woman. But you know what? She survived. And when there is life, there is hope. Chelsea, you remember too. Some things are not meant to be. If God takes something away from you, and no matter how it hurts you, let it go. It's difficult. Von saying I'm Mongo Park Pro Max. Uncle Bayo was Mongo Park Pro Max, Von. I'm telling you. I thank God that the woman did not delete herself, because when I see this story, I say I never see this one before. Gigi, you remember? She do obituary. She put her picture. You are invited. She put the date and everything, the day of her obituary. Somebody way there alive, they do obituary. Have you seen that? I'm so glad that she didn't go through with it. Thank God for compassionate people. You know, but what I feel is that Women usually get more compassion than men. When a woman tells a story of heartache, heartbreak, this is what they did to me, people are more compassionate. But when a man experiences the same thing, people say, you probably did it to another person. It's good for you. No, I don't think we should go that way. I don't think it's right. So Rao said she eventually got therapy and moved on. She said the man wanted to delete her, so she knows she would eventually be deleted because of the man. So she wanted to the world to attend the obituary before she dies. Yeah. See, don't measure your compassion and empathy based on gender. Okay? Don't do that. It's double standard. It's not fair. If we are fighting for equality as women, African women, and we say we need equality, we are the same with men, then don't discriminate when somebody is hurt and they have a pain. Don't say because you are a man, you deserve it. No, no, nobody deserves it. Especially somebody that you don't know their story. Brother Victor went to Nigeria. He's not a Mongo Park. He's a good man. He's a decent man. He married a Mongo Park that wanted to just come to the UK. The woman has cancer. I shared the story here with you. So assumptions is what is killing us. Don't transfer your insecurity to another person. Please. It's not right. We need to be able to give the same measure of understanding, compassion, and empathy that we give to sisters, to brothers. Otherwise, Antorawani, oh, we are deceiving ourselves. Oh. We are deceiving ourselves. Oh. Let's not deceive ourselves. Oh. When a brother comes here to share their story or they say, this is my experience, don't. If a sister say, I went to Nigeria to marry, you don't say, what about all the brothers you were dating here? Were they not good enough? Why do you go to Nigeria to marry? We never ask those questions. Why do you ask this when a man goes to Nigeria to marry? I don't think it's right. Me, I don't stand for it too. Mm. Men are not all the same, just as women are not the same. Not all women are good. Not all women are good. Not all women are saints. Not all women are victims. Some men are victims. Some men are exceptionally good, but they're unfortunate as well. I know that, some men break hearts and they misbehave and all that. But please, let's not rope everybody together. That is the danger of stereotypes. Stereotype is that you group a group of people together based on what you perceive that a tiny percentage of those people do. It's not good. It's a dangerous thing to do. Stereotyping is not good. So, and that's why I always say here on this platform that on Obodo Yibo TV, is issue specific. When you come here, we deal with you based on your issue. We don't say, oh, this is what everybody does. This is what all men do. This is what all women do. Oh, Obodo Yibo women, this is what they do. Imported wives. Issue specific. What it means to be issue specific is that you judge something or you make your comment based on the facts or the evidence before you. You are not going to rope everybody in that gender or in that category. It's like we talk about Yoruba men here. We talk about Yoruba demons. And you now come here and say, oh, all Yoruba men, they are like this. Oh, Yoruba men, if you see them run, they are like this. No, 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 no. No, it doesn't follow. Please, my people. So that's the story of Caroline. Oh. I'm sharing my link if you've got something to say. I'm going to do only 1 hour because I need to go back to what I was doing. So if you got something to say, please come into the studio. Caroline say, is either you free it, is either you kill or you delete that hate, or it will delete you. It will ruin your life. It will destroy you. Yeah, Mongo Park is not gender specific. Women, they break out too. You hear some brother story, you go fear. You say, hey, a woman can do this. Yes, they do want to. So let's not come here and pretend as if all women are saints. It doesn't work like that. Please. Yeah. It's generalization. Very, very, yeah, that's it. Fallacy of hasty generalization. Matter, your English, you dey hear plenty Oyibo well. Fallacy of hasty generalization. God bless you. That it is. It is time for us to change our mindset. Just have empathy. Yeah. It's free of charge. That's what I always say, Chelsea Brown. You see this thing they call empathy, it's free. It's free. When you love God, that's why some people that say they are Christians say you love God, but your heart is so dirty and is so evil and full of unforgiveness. I don't know how you love God. You cannot love God. If you don't love my brother and sister that you see, now how do you love God? Please. It's a daily thing. Every day, forgive as God forgives us. Now you're welcome, my darling. Happy New Year.
Hello, Auntie B.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How are you?
We thank God. We thank
You're
God. In
welcome.
fact, the last show we had, when we had a female guest, it was heavily on my mind, talk about forgiveness. I know I
Right.
was going to call in, talk about forgiveness, and I was like, how do I bring this in? How do I bring this topic in? Because I did notice that a lot of the ladies that come on the show, you tend to sense bitterness,
Yes.
you know, in their tone, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate because some of them have moved on,
Yeah.
but the bitterness is still there, and that is unforgiveness.
Yeah.
And I think I'm in the best position to talk, or better position to talk about this topic now, because I've also been a victim of domestic abuse. In my own situation, I think I shared a bit of my own story here. The forgiveness we're talking about is not forgiveness of, oh, my friend did this to me, or my husband did something to me. This is not the kind of forgiveness. The forgiveness we're talking about here is forgiveness that is inhuman. It's not humanly possible to
Hmm.
forgive.
Yeah.
That kind of forgiveness. In my own case, I was bound for 8 years on the bed.
Yeah. You said so.
Yes, with incantations said morning, afternoon, and night on my head.
Hmm.
In fact, they brought sacrifice, goat sacrifice from Nigeria for me to eat. It was that bad, you know. But the way the Holy Spirit dealt with me with forgiveness, after the whole situation, I told myself, I didn't convince myself that I'd forgiven him. I convinced myself in the lie that I'd forgiven him, you know. And I was just on a fast, normal, regular fast.
Hmm.
And I just woke up that morning and I was angry for no reason.
Hmm.
I was angry and I just kept insulting him throughout that. And I was fasting, I insulted the life out of this man for no reason at all, you know. And I think what made my own case this way is because the incantations still continue.
Hmm.
The attacks still continue. That's why the fact that I've left him. So it's so difficult to say you want to move on, because the same incantations that you were saying while the marriage was on, now I'm out and you still continue. It hasn't stopped
Hmm.
persistently. So it was so difficult for me. I told myself, in fact, many times I told myself, I'll say, you know what? I wish you whatever you wish me. If you wish me good, then I wish you good. I
Hmm.
convinced myself.
Hmm.
At the end of that day, when all was said and done, then the Holy Spirit now told me, said, have you forgiven?
Hmm.
I thought you said you have forgiven. At that point, I couldn't even deny it. I broke down. So at that point, I broke down. I remember when I first fled the abuse, I had said, I want your judgment. I want your judgment on it. I want you to pass your judgment. I want you to pass your judgment. And when the Holy Spirit opened my eyes to see my own part in all of
Yeah.
this,
Yeah. And
don't
that's another
forget,
thing.
you made a
That's
decision
another
to
thing. We
marry
never
him.
take, no,
Yes,
women never
you are not
acknowledge their
innocent.
parts.
You are not
Yeah.
innocent. Auntie
Yeah.
B,
Mm.
he said to me, he said, you made the decision. You broke the law first. You allowed this into your life. My law
Hmm.
says, do not be yoked together with an unbeliever. You disobeyed, and this is the consequence of it. These laws are there to protect you, but then you broke the law. So you allowed it. So if I pass my judgment, he will be judged, and you too will be judged.
Hmm.
Now, do you still want that judgment? I don't want the judgment. I don't want the judgment because I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I don't want the judgment. So let's rephrase. The Holy Spirit brought it to my attention. He said, see, you've not forgiven. And at that point, I broke down because I didn't know how. I said, okay, how do I? I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I convinced myself in my spirit I'd forgiven him, but I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
How do I? You see, if you're listening to this line and you are that person that still goes to bed at night and cries, you're that person that easily gets triggered, you're that person that thinks of the past and you still cry, you're that person that feels sad once in a while or depressed or look at your situation and you are sad about it, is unforgiveness.
Hmm.
It is unforgiveness. I'm telling you this because it is exactly what I went through. You cannot expect God to forgive you if you've not forgiven the other person. I just want to quote very
Absolutely.
quickly. Ephesians 4:32 says, and this is not church, please. This is not even church at all. These are
Go
just
on.
laws. These are
Yes.
principles. These are
Yeah.
ordinances. Simple as ABC. If you don't obey them, it's for your own good. Is the devil tormenting God? The devil is not tormenting God. It's for your own good. Ephesians 4:32 says, it says, 31 says, let's start from 30. It says, get rid of bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, slander, as well as bad behavior. Instead, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as Christ Jesus has forgiven you. Bless your enemies. Bless those that curse you. Pray
How
for
many of us
them.
can
Have
do
you
that?
woken up
Pray for
today?
your enemy. Pray for
Yes.
your
In
enemy.
fact, when they slap your face, give them the left hand. Have you ever wondered the reason why God says that revenge is mine, not yours? Because by the time you start concocting revenge in your heart, it's darkness. You are inviting bitterness, rage, and this is not what God wants for us. It takes you to a dark place, a dark hole. This is not what God wants for you. So he says, leave it on me. I will sort it out for you. Don't carry that burden. It's too heavy. There's a reason for all of these laws. There's a reason for all. It's for our own good. Forgiveness puts God. If you think you are still bitter about your ex or what somebody has done to you in your life, and you think that person is the reason for where you are right now, but then you are praying to God and you're asking God to bless you.
Yeah.
And you think you are blessed. You think you move forward. But probably you've been married, you moved on, you've had other children, but then you're not forgiving. Imagine what will happen if you forgive. The blessing, the amount. I'm saying this because this is my own personal experience. The moment I put it at the feet of Jesus, and let me just say this: it's very easy to like me. I convinced myself I had forgiven, but I'm not forgiving. The only way to do this is praying and fast. I'm sorry, but I'm going back again to the basics. It's pray because it's not humanly possible.
Yeah.
I can't control my thoughts. I could be doing dishes in the
I can
kitchen,
testify to that.
anything could trigger me.
You need to pray about for God to give you the grace. The Holy Spirit to give you the grace.
Fasting.
It's a grace.
It's not even a joke. Fasting. I'm sorry. Prayer sometimes is not enough. If somebody has hurt you to the soul, if somebody has hurt you, it's very difficult. Sometimes you may have to don't ask for two things. So the only thing you are asking for is the grace to forgive.
Yeah, it's a grace.
That's the only prayer point. And until you are convinced and you know that this, and when the thing has gone off, you will know. You will know. If you can't wake up in the morning.
It's a weight. It's a dead weight that you carry.
To the point. Yes.
It's a dead weight that you carry around you.
Yes. If you don't go to the point in your life where you wake up in the morning and you hear something bad has happened to your ex and you don't feel sorry or bad because something has happened to your neighbor, you've not forgiven. If you are happy because something bad has happened to him or you heard a bad story about that person and it just makes you a bit excited, no matter how little it is, but you know that it's bad because you think he deserves it, you've not forgiven. If you are still crying on your bed, you still feel sad, you are still triggered, you have not forgiven. And if you don't forgive, you cannot get your blessings. God cannot intervene. It's like you're holding the hand of God.
Oh, yes.
If you like, pray from now to next year. You are holding the hand of God. Unforgiveness can lead you to hellfire. Just by doing that. That's that unforgiveness. Because you are opening the door to bitterness, rage, anger. All sorts of things will crawl in. And the thing is, think about your children. Because you cannot give what you don't have. If you are feeling moody, you are angry, you are bitter, you are exhibiting rage, you have children around, you are feeding them with these things. And they are seeing their mother, they think it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. And then you meet your new partner. God has probably blessed you with a new man. But then you are giving this anger. Once in a while, you get that anger. Why you're not enjoying your new life, enjoying your new blessing that God has given to you? Because you refuse to let go of the past. And let me just say one more thing. Forgiveness is not only about the other person. It's also about yourself. That was one of the things I struggled with. Yeah. Forgiving myself.
Yeah, you have to forgive yourself.
I blamed myself so hard. And I was so hard on myself. Why? I did everything in my life right and got to a partner and I just messed it all up.
Yeah.
Why? If you cannot forgive yourself, if God has forgiven you, why can't you forgive yourself? Why? Why? These are things we need to think about. I feel like this is for somebody on this line. Because the forgiveness we're talking about here is not, it's a forgiveness and it's grace. Especially when you've been hurt, you've been in an abusive relationship, that thing tears you down and it breaks you. But we need to understand that we had our own part to play in it as well. And we want to start looking at it from that aspect. Don't wish this other person bad. He did what he did, yes. But don't wish him bad. It's not for him, it's for you. If you can't wake up in the morning and say, I just pray for you today, that you will go out and you will be blessed. The blessings of God. If you cannot pray like that from the bottom of your heart for this person that has hurt you, you have not forgiven. God will help us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rao. Thank you. I'm so glad that you spoke about this. I appreciate you. It's not for the other person, it's for you. And you need to forgive yourself as well. Thank you so much. Angie, you're welcome.
Good morning. Good afternoon, Sister B.
You're
How are
welcome,
you?
sweetie. I'm good, thank you.
Thank you so much for this topic. God bless you. And thank you for that caller that called just now. God bless you. Too. Sister B, I have a question. What if in a case whereby you have forgiven, you try to make peace with the person, but the person is the one, for example, that hurts you,
Mm-hmm.
but he's the one that is still he's taking his anger
Mm-hmm.
because you left. But he's taking this anger on your children. And
Mm-hmm.
you're watching your children becoming depressed because of the attack
Yeah.
from your ex-partner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do you now deal with that kind of a situation?
I mean, forgiveness doesn't mean that you try to reconcile or make peace with the
No, but
person.
the children, for example, they will
Mm-hmm.
write to their father. They want
Mm-hmm.
to talk to them. You've given them, it's their father. You can't stop them, right? It's their
Mm-hmm.
father. They want to talk to their father. They're not babies. They try to
Yeah.
reach to their father, but he keeps ignoring them and saying, "Yo, if your mother wanted me in your life, she wouldn't have left."
Yeah.
Do you understand?
So,
Okay, now
yeah.
torturing these children
Mm-hmm.
for his own mistake
Yeah.
or for his
So,
own wrong. How do you deal with that?
yeah. So you need to talk to your children. Thank God they are not babies. You need to
Yeah.
communicate to your children and let them know this is it.
But
Okay?
you
And
know how girls are.
you do it in
Girls
a
are
way.
so attached. The
No, no, no,
boys
it
will
doesn't
talk to
matter.
them.
Yeah, it is. But
The
you still
boys
need to
will
talk to them.
understand, but the girls don't.
No, they
They
will.
want daddy.
Yeah. You're not, I mean, you need to talk to them. You need to let them know. Sometimes these things happen and children may not understand it, but they will. Because children will become adults. Okay? So you
Yeah,
need to let them, if he's trying to pollute their minds and tell them negative things about why the family is not together, he's putting all the blame on you. Okay?
yeah,
That's a voice. Okay? It's one voice in the children's head. See, when a marriage ends, especially when there are children involved, okay, the children
yeah,
are confused. They are
yes,
angry. They are looking for somebody to blame because trust me, no matter how, and that's why I always say on this platform that even if a man is a shitty husband, he might be a great dad. Okay?
yeah,
And
yeah,
the children don't see him as a bad person because their relationship with him is different from your relationship with him.
yes,
So they don't
exactly.
understand why this man that I love, why are we not living together in the same house? And they need somebody to blame. Okay?
Yeah,
If people want to parent and they want to be adults about divorces and separation, then they will try as much as possible to keep all that drama and anger away from the children. Unfortunately, some adults are not like that.
yes.
Okay? And from what you've said now, it seems like, this person is projecting all the failure of the marriage, why it didn't work on the children, is making you look like the bad person, but it takes two to
You know,
tango.
like what my daughter said to me is that I was actually shocked yesterday when she told me I blocked dad. So I was like, why would you block your dad? You understand? Why would
Yeah,
you block your dad? And she's
yeah,
like, Mom, I'm done. I'm done.
yeah,
I'm the child. He's
yeah.
the dad. He's supposed to reach out to me, but I keep reaching out, but he doesn't even bother responding to me. You
Hmm.
know, and it hurts me to see that a child had to block her dad. Why, why would you? I said, you know what? I did convince her to unblock him. I didn't do that because I noticed the school is telling me that she's always having tears in her eyes.
Yeah,
So I
because he
have to
keeps
discuss it. I have
yeah,
to
because
discuss
he
it with
keeps
her.
telling her things that she doesn't want to deal with as a
You
child.
don't have respect. Keep telling her you don't have respect. How can you write to me say hi dad, hey dad? You don't have respect. Your mother is training you in a bad way, and that
I
and
mean,
that.
where
So
is what planet is this man from that his children cannot say, "Hey, dad, hi, dad"?
planet Earth in Canada. You understand? So your children can your
What
children
should they
cannot say hey
say?
dad.
My
I
dear
don't know.
beloved, my dear beloved
Yes.
father.
Okay, you left these children. You hurt their mother in their presence. They saw you. He's getting married. You know, these children have seen postcards, they've seen everything. And now they still try to reach to you, especially the girl. She still tries to reach to you. But you keep insulting, telling her she's so fat. Look at how you're getting fat. Your mother is not giving you good food. You're getting, all these things. The child is getting depressed. So is
Mm.
it not okay to just let the child be? Let her just be. There's no need like telling her to unblock him.
Yeah, no, 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 no need. If he's abusive, he seems like from what you described, he's abusive to your daughter. Then it's better off not being in their life. He's not a great dad. Then I
Okay,
thought,
but that doesn't mean I haven't forgiven. I have truly, truly, I even called him. I said, come on, you know what? It's okay. I use the example of Bill Gates. I said, look at people get divorced every day. It's not
yes,
a big deal. It's okay.
yeah,
I said,
no,
but can we co-parent the children? He
yeah,
said no. He said no. He
yeah.
doesn't
He's
want any
bitter.
business with this. But why
It's
is it
okay.
bitter? How do you
Yeah,
is that my own fault that I haven't forgiven?
no, 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 no,
Be-
no. If you have forgiven him, see, you have no control. Look, let me tell you something, Angie. You can only
yeah,
control yourself. You can control your emotions and you can control your life. You have no power over another person, including your own children to a certain age. Okay? So don't stress yourself about what he's doing. Okay?
yeah,
Release him. Let him, whatever he's doing, just free him. It seems like he's the one that is bitter and angry. So don't deal with that, okay? If the children who know the situation about why the marriage ended in the first place don't feel like, they are trying to engage with him, he's still bitter. He's saying, why are you saying, hey, dad, hi, dad? You should say, my almighty father, dad, or whatever. What kind of, I don't know what planet is from that. In this day and age, you cannot say to your dad, hi, dad. You have to say, I don't know. That tells you about, the kind of person that he is.
So
You
because
know,
like this sister was talking about, the sister that called just now was talking about completely forgiving. I have
yeah,
completely forgiven, but it
yeah,
hurts me again to see that the children are being hurt by his own actions.
yeah. You cannot, you see what my ex corner is saying? You cannot control how someone responds to your forgiveness.
Okay, okay,
Okay?
yeah,
Angie, that is not on you. What is on you is that you let go of that pain. You don't hate him anymore. He's the
I
father of
don't.
your children. You've released him of all past pain, hurt. Let it go. Okay? Let it
Yeah,
go. If he's hurting the children and he's making them teary and crying, cut that relationship.
okay.
But always,
It was only my daughter, and she
yeah, but
just said to me
always make
yesterday,
sure
"I'm
you
done."
communicate with your children and let them understand. Talk to them. They will grow up and they will see things for. That's why I always tell women, please don't spoil your husband or your ex to your children. No, don't do it because they will
Yeah,
grow up. And if
yeah,
you've been lying, they will find out the truth and they will hate you.
yes,
Don't say anything negative about him to her, to your daughter or your children.
no.
Just say,
I
okay,
only told her, she said, Mom, what do you think? I said, it's so, I don't communicate with your dad, you do, but you know
yeah,
how it makes you feel. And you are not a child, you're 16.
yeah, yeah,
So if you don't feel okay, comfortable, maybe you are just blocking to take a break from him,
yeah,
then it's okay for me. I said, I'm fine with it. Whenever you
yeah,
decide, it's your phone, right? Whenever you decide you want to unblock your dad, it's okay, you can unblock him.
yeah,
I've never stopped you from not talking to your dad.
yeah. Try not to, as much as you feel like he's hurting the children with the nonsense he's loading their head with. Unfortunately, a lot of parents do that. Usually it's women that do that. Some men do it too. When relationship break down, they put the children in the middle and try to get the children to their corner because they feel the children are the ones that will they want to turn the children against the other parent. It is wrong.
It's
Just
wrong.
let your children know the truth, and that's it. If the children want to
Okay.
engage with him, fine. If they don't want to engage, okay. They
Thank
are
you.
old enough to make that decision. Don't worry yourself. Relax. Okay.
Thank you,
You know,
Auntie B. God bless
this
you,
is
ma.
kind of is a kind of reverse psychology, because he feels that if he's able to blackmail the children emotionally to make them know that you are the problem, maybe they will start reacting against you negatively. You
Yes.
understand? They'll start saying, "Oh, mom, why did you leave dad? If not for you, we'll still be together." Okay?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Talk to your children, pray with your children, always talk to them. Very, very important that you communicate with your children. Very, very
Yeah.
important. If your child is in their room, spending time together, always sad, talking on their phone with their friends, call them, pull them out, let them know. Most importantly, Angie, let them know that you love them.
Yes.
Tell your children
Thank
you love them, give them hugs, make time for them, take them out, cheer them up, make sure they are happy. From time to time, take them out. Go to breakfast together if you can.
Yeah.
If you
Me
cannot
too.
do
Yeah.
breakfast together, I don't know how it is over there in Canada. Here we have a lot of
No, we
cafes.
do. We do. Even if I can't even go,
Yeah,
my
if you
son
can't
just
do
be like,
breakfast, do dinner. Just make sure
we
you have
do. We do
positive
a lot of all these
experiences.
things. We even do
Yeah,
massages. We
yeah.
do, some things together. It's
Focus
just
on
this
your
particular
children.
It's just this
No.
particular thing that he does. And I noticed
Mm,
that school is calling. This girl is 16, and school is calling and saying that recently they know she's actually very good in school, but now they noticed that this girl is always having tears in her eyes. And then I had to talk to her yesterday, and then she went like, "Mommy, Dad, I'm tired. I
yeah,
blocked him."
yeah.
Then I said, "It's okay."
Yeah. Unfortunately, some adults don't know how to be adults. They don't know boundaries with children. So they bring all their problem of their marriage and start loading these children with it. It is wrong. If you are one of those people that is doing it and you are listening, I'm warning you, please stop it. It's rubbish. Don't do it. These children never has to be born. They are not the adults that made the decision to get together in this marriage. They are not the adults that made the decision to leave the marriage. Leave the children out of your messy divorce. Please.
Situation.
Leave them
Because like
out.
we're talking about divorce and forgiveness, and I felt like, is this all forgiveness? If it keeps waking the past, it keeps, you say you've moved on with your life, that's fine. But
Yeah.
then why do you keep waking up things, and why are the children to suffer for what has happened?
Yeah.
Why are we not working together? Why are we
Yeah.
not raising them together?
Yeah.
I gave you a free access. I gave you free access to your children. You can call them, you can do whatever. But then this girl is getting depressed. Then I think it's not me that is not forgiving him. I think I should let the child just be
Yeah. Yeah.
to
It
stay
doesn't,
away,
I mean, if it's been negative towards them, let the children decide to end that relationship. That's fine. The important thing is that don't say anything negative about him to the children.
I don't.
Let the children know you love them. Let them know that, okay, it happens. It's not the desire of any parent for them to be raised in a single parent home, but it happens. This is life. Okay. Let them
Yeah.
understand. It doesn't mean that their father doesn't love them in his own weird way, but you love them and you are there for them. That's all you can do. Leave the rest to God.
Thank you so much, Auntie.
You're
Thank you,
welcome, my
Obodo
darling.
fans. God bless you.
You're welcome, Angie.
Yeah,
Take care, my
yeah, bye.
love.
Yeah, bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Yeah, that's a problem we have right there in our community. We have that massive problem of adults always dragging children into their bitterness and hatred for one another. It is so wrong. Leave the children out of it, please, for goodness sake. Stop bringing children into your problem. They weren't there when you were creating this mess that you are in now. Eh? So please leave your children out of it. It is wrong. I never ever advise women to be talking negatively about their partner, whether ex or current, whatever, to the children. So men, you too don't do it. Unfortunately, there are some men that behave like women. Their mouth ta 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 ta, they too talk. A man is supposed to be just don't talk too much like that. You be talking about negatively about your ex, forgetting that it's the mother of this child. How do you expect her to respond? Now you are making the girl depressed. You call yourself a man. That one no good now. Yeah, counseling will help as well. Yeah, Angie. Rao just said that the children need counseling to listen with a pinch of salt and grow a thick skin. If they decide to continue to relate to their father, teach them to allow or to always show love when they sense hatred. Absolutely. Yeah. Angie, please invest on that therapy for your daughter, especially because most girls are daddy's girls, you see. They are very, very close to their daughters. I'm telling you, they don't play with daughters don't play with their dads. They are very, very close to their dad. Unfortunately, when a marriage ends, children are looking for who to blame. So we need to be able to navigate all that. Unfortunately, Africans, we don't have the tools. We don't have the tools of communication to navigate difficult situations like that. So it's always a blaming and shaming situation. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. How about taking responsibility? I did this. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe this is where we are. There's nothing I love like people who can take responsibility. I'm telling you, it takes two for a marriage to work. It takes two for a marriage to break. I don't care whether you are Mother Teresa. If your marriage ended, you too, you are liable to something that didn't go right in that marriage. Let us learn to be accountable for our actions, my people. It's part of human development, growth. If you are matured, then take responsibility. What did I do? Reflect. Not be one person they make marriage well. Not be one person they make marriage fail, my people. Hola, you're welcome, my darling.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Hi. Good evening and good afternoon from here.
You're
My
welcome.
sister B, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
And hello to everybody in the house. Yes, I'm just here. I just saw this thing briefly because I'm at work and I just came in and I just joined like 10 or 15 minutes ago.
Right.
But because of the people that contributed, the last one and the one before the last, I want to use my own as an example. And I found out that it is not easy to forgive because I'm not divorced. I'm not divorced, but I'm separated from my husband. I suffered emotional torture, emotional abuse, financial abuse, and sort of, but he never raised up his hand against him.
Right.
You understand? But one thing I realized is, just like the sister said, the first one said, it is not easy to forgive. The day I forgave my husband, I was crying like a baby, and that day I was using this open heaven from Redeemed Christian Church of God to pray, and Daddy Gio said something there. I now went on my knees. I mentioned this name. I was weeping profusely that day because it was too difficult for me to let go, to forgive. Because till now, like they said about the children, till now, my husband sat my children down because I left them back in Nigeria with him. I'm here in the US. He sat them down and told them a lot of bad things about me. I'm a bad mother. I'm a witch. I'm a this, I'm a that. And he keeps saying it. And the more he keeps saying it, the more the children kept withdrawing from him. Even the girls that loved him so much.
Yeah.
They got to an extent that they had to leave him in Lagos and move to Ibadan to join my mom. Because my older daughter, she will be 18 in May. She said all the time he's always on the phone talking negative about me. That she can't stand it. She can't keep listening to what he's saying. And this is somebody that, just like somebody the other caller said, I always call him the lion of the tribe of his home. The children cannot talk to him. Whatever they are feeling, all the way from Nigeria, they call me, Mom, this. I said, but your dad is there. They said, can we even approach him? You understand, my sister? So one thing about this forgiveness is, like she said, it is not easy to forgive. To forgive really need to ask for the grace.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
grace.
It is easy and it is not easy. The reason it is easy is when you love God.
Yeah.
You understand, my sister, and you want to do what He asks you to do. And I realized one thing, Sister B, when the day I forgave him, I see that at times and I ask God, who am I that you are so mindful of me? The eventual turnaround. I don't have my papers yet. This is my fourth year here. But I can testify to it, my Sister B. People that I met here, that have been here 15 years, 20 years, what I've done in 4 years, they have not done it.
Because it opens forgiveness. When you release yourself from that, it opens blessings into your life.
Exactly.
It does.
Exactly, my sister. Exactly. But just like the caller said, and it's always been said, when you forgive somebody, it's not because of them, but because of you. Even till now, my husband is still going around telling people she's a witch, she's that,
And
is
it's
that.
forgotten that these children, you carry them in your womb. They love you as their
Yes,
mother. They don't
yes,
see
my
you like
sister.
that. So they are wondering, what is
Yes.
wrong with this man? Why are you spoiling my mother?
And you know one thing, I told you I suffered emotional abuse, financial abuse, whatever. He has never been there. These children, for like 10 years of their lives, he doesn't know how they wear clothes, how they put on shoes. Even when I married him, I started working, went back to school. For like the first 5, 6 years of our lives, I was the one taking care of everything. You understand, my sister? And immediately he finished service and he started working. I became that woman that wants to know how much he's owing. So the children grew up to know him as that. So if I now choose that I don't want to forgive, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we too, we need to forgive people for God to forgive us.
Oh,
It takes
yes.
two to tango.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
I'm innocent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a smear campaign. Yeah. BA, you are right. That's a smear campaign against you. You went to America now, so uncle is bitter. He's stuck in Nigeria with his children. He will say all sorts of things. It's men you went to look for there. Is this, is that. Oh, it is well. My sister Ola, we can't hear you anymore. I don't know what happened to your audio, but my prayer for you is that you regularize your stay. I hope you are working on it by the grace of God. This is Biden time. Unfortunately, you went to America when it was Donald Trump and his wizardry. This is Biden now. I pray you get your papers and you take your children away from Nigeria, away from that. You know, the thing about it is that people don't realize, adults don't realize the impact of, trashing the other parent to the children. You are destroying your children, you are damaging the children. I know you are trying to get back to your ex, but you're actually destroying your children. All the examples we heard today now is about brothers doing it. Usually it's women that we hear that will be telling the children, hey, your father is this, your father is that. Men to do it. Some men, their mouth is so loose. Please, whether you are male or female, I encourage you never to trash. Don't
Sister V,
trash your ex. Yes.
I
Hola, you're
couldn't I
back.
couldn't hear you again. Yes, I'm back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, just like you advised, we women, we should I always tell the children that whatever is between me and their dad is between me and him, not between me and him and them. You
Yeah.
understand? They
Yeah.
should never think within themselves that their dad is a bad person. Just like you said, he
Mhm.
loves them in his own weirdest way.
Yes.
You understand? I call it weirdest because my own husband now, his own weird now up of them. You understand, my sister?
Eh,
Even everybody in the family, in his own family, they are afraid of him. They can't even talk to him. He can't even come down to their level. Even the father, the father's brothers now, nobody can talk to him. So even at that, I always tell them, call them. I will call him. I will call the children from here. Have you called your dad today? No, make sure you call him today.
mm,
And I called him even from here. That's one
mm.
thing I want us to do again.
He's not
Somebody
even
said
happy. He's not
there's
happy
no,
that you are in the US because he'll be wondering how you
yes,
are
my
having a good
sister.
life.
He doesn't want
Jealousy. There's
me.
jealousy there again.
It is, there is, my sister. And somebody even said it that if he's kind of person that can bring himself so low, my sister, a lot of people in Nigeria, the God is using me to bless all of them. That's why I'm telling you that in 4 years here, I've done a lot of things.
You are earning in dollars and is there
Um,
in Nigeria.
in
How do
Nigeria,
you expect him? Is he doing well in Nigeria in terms of career and job and making money?
yes, he has a job there, my sister.
Mm,
Yeah, he has a
mm.
job.
Is he
But the
making a
amount,
good money?
yeah, the amount he earns in a month, I make it in
Mm.
2 weeks.
Le bâton.
I
Mm,
make it in 2 weeks, not even with the extra. When I decide to work extra, you understand, my sister. So
mm.
I don't. It's both sides. I know
Yeah,
there's some men in this group now listening to us. You understand? We should learn to forgive each other.
yeah,
We can't but hurt each other. There's one thing though, that communication is the issue.
yeah.
Especially in Nigeria, we don't communicate. And that was the bad thing that actually really broke my marriage. I can't, if I sit my husband down, okay, so, dear, this is what you did. This is not this. Let's do it that way. He will say, ah, What you did 5 years ago, I did not talk. You did 10 years ago, I did not talk. You did. So you now start analyzing the ones he has put in his mind that he didn't say out. That you are now embittered towards your own wife, towards your own husband.
It is well. My
So,
prayer
Sister
for
B, thank you.
yeah. Allah, my prayer for you is that God will regularize your stay in the US and that you'll be
Amen.
settled, you get your papers and you will get your children over there and live your life
Amen.
happily
Yes.
and forget. Eh?
Yes,
Ahead,
so my
ahead,
sister.
no going
Yes,
back,
so.
no looking back.
Amen.
God has
Thank you,
already
my sister.
uplifted you and he will continue
He
to
has, he
in
has.
Jesus' name. He will
In
perfect
ways
everything
I
that
don't even,
concerns
I
you.
can't even explain.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Please let us forgive my women. God will fight for us. We
Amen.
cannot fight for
Amen.
ourselves.
Yeah,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Sister B, for all you do. God
Thank
bless you and
you.
keep your family too. In Jesus'
Amen.
name.
Amen. Thanks,
Bye.
Ola.
Love you.
Love you too. Have a good evening. Yeah. So, yeah, let it go. Caroline says she's letting it go. In fact, she's reinvented herself. The last time I saw her, she did a photo shoot or took some amazing pictures. She's worked on her body. She has this banging new body now that is so sexy. Some people say she did plastic surgery. Whatever. Anything that makes you sleep at night, I don't have any problem with it. So she's happy with her life. You cannot be happy if you have unforgiveness. You will just be old. You will look old and haggard because it is energy. Energy. Everything is energy. Sheon, we are rounding up now. You're welcome, my darling.
Hello, Sister B.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. It's so nice to be on the show today. I've always been trying to call and come in, but it's always like difficult.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you made it today.
Yeah, so I want to talk about this unforgiveness thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem here is they are my parents. They are not separated. They are
Mm-hmm.
still together.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always like problem every time, like since the maybe 25 years of their marriage or 26 years. And they're always like involving us, the children, to settle this matter. Like
Try.
anything that happens, they come and they will tell you the story and they will try to like make you choose sides.
Oh, Jesus, that's hard.
It's so hard. So even when I moved to the US like 5 years ago, they still call me from home. Like I know every little thing, every little quarrel that happened. They always like a competition of who is gonna call me first.
So you are
So
the
my
Judge Judy. You are the Judge Judy of your family.
yes.
You are the one settling your father and mother. Everything. Your father and mother will be rushing to call you
I'm
to
the
report.
one because my dad thinks, oh, I know how to talk to her. That because of people around that, he believes that people around that they can't talk to her because of maybe whatever benefit they are going to like
Get
get
from
from her, so they won't tell her the truth. So he
her.
wants me to be the judge because I can tell her the truth. But most of the time, he's always the one at fault because it's like he's very stingy and he always like wants more.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get satisfied whatever you give to him.
Are you able
So
to tell him the truth, your dad?
yeah, whenever you tell him the truth, it tells you, I'm going to change. I'm going to change. This change does not even last 2 weeks or a month. Whenever
It's
there's
not.
money involved, this change is going to go away.
Mm. You
So
see,
recently,
yeah, go on.
I'm trying so hard to like forgive him because even when I was going to school, he doesn't even pay our school fees.
Mm.
And he's going to be paying it whenever they say, oh, maybe the school fees is going to be due this week, then he's going to tell you ending of the month, is the school going to wait for you?
Mm-hmm.
So my mom is always the one that is always like showing up for us, always paying the money. Even when I was traveling, he didn't even contribute. When he saw that everything has clicked, he now gave me like 100,000.
Does he have it though?
He has the money. He's
Mm-hmm.
richer than my mom, but he's always saying that I don't know, let me say it in Yoruba. He will say, "Ẹ má yẹ kí n máa fàǹkárá lélẹ̀, káṣọ má máa pẹ́ lọ́rùn." Something like that, that we should not take all his money. That our mommy will be getting richer while he gets poorer because he's sponsoring us, the children.
Are you not his children?
We are his children, but let me tell you what he does with his money. He
Mm-hmm.
can build house. If they say house is 10 million today,
Mm-hmm.
he will buy the land and build it and complete it in 3 months. But if you say bring money for food, he will say he doesn't have the money, that you have to wait till he gets one contract or the other. So I've been struggling with forgiveness, because every time I just look at it, like last year now, during his birthday, I sent him 40,000 and I sent my mommy 200, because I felt like, they are not on the same level, so they can't be collecting the same amount. So he went through my mom's phone to check, and he saw the amount, and since then he has been quarreling with me that, so that's how we want to be doing it, that my
Ask
mom
him
does
how
not
much did
want
you
him to.
contribute when you were going to school and when you were going to the US? You are paying them back according to what they gave you. How
Yes,
much did
but
you should go and take rent from his building or sell them if he wants money. People want to reap where they didn't sow. All these narcissist parents.
yes, he's now saying that my mom does not want him to eat the fruit of his labor.
Which
Every time he's going
labor?
to be
Where did he
cursing.
labor? Did he
He
pay
didn't
school
labor.
fees?
So, but I'm trying to forgive him. So every time I forgive him, he comes up with another narcissistic behavior, and it takes me back to square one.
Cut
So
it.
I don't even
Maybe
know.
you should
I
give
don't know
them a
what to
break.
do.
Yeah, give them a break. Give
So
them a break.
I'm trying to see if I can love him from afar, but
Yes,
I
yes.
don't want to like be communicating with him like so often anymore.
Let me tell you
Because
something, Seun.
yes,
Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to be in the person's life. Okay? You can forgive your dad, but you are not talking to him. Whatever you have, you send to him, but you don't give him that opportunity, especially because you live abroad, because it's not repentant. And if
it's not.
if it's causing you a lot of problems, keeps calling you and dragging you into whatever mess he's getting into, then you can just put that relationship on hold in terms of access to you. Change your number. You can forgive him, but you don't need to be in his life. He's your father, yeah. I mean, a lot of women have done it even to their own mothers. Okay? Because
Yes,
it's not going to change. Okay? Your
it's not
father
going
will
to
never
change.
change. No, he won't change. So it's up to you now. Yeah. Peace said, look after him from a distance. Yes. It's up to you now to decide how you want to handle that relationship. You can be his daughter, you love him, forgive him from afar, but don't give him access to be calling you every. Obodo is busy, you are working. You don't have
Yeah.
time to be the Judge Judy
And
and be
sometimes he even calls me on Monday morning, and it spoils my mood for either that day or throughout the week, because then I'll start getting calls from different people that, talk to your mom, talk to your dad. Man, it's so hard sometimes dealing
no, you are
with
giving
him.
people too many people access to you.
No,
See,
it's the one. It's the one that will be calling people around. He's always the one saying the story.
so he knows how to roger up and down. We'll be telling
Yes,
you up
and
and
it's
down.
good whenever he tells you the story. If you don't hear the other side, you are going to believe him, because he says all the good part and lies just to favor himself.
Oh, Pele, Seun. Are you married? You have children?
Yes, I'm married with a child. Then he's trying to put the responsibility of my younger ones on me. I had to clear him last week that no, I have my own child, and those children are not my responsibility, because you can afford to take care of them.
Good. Good. That's a very good answer. He's trying to stress you. Don't allow him.
Hmm.
And distance, you know what? Distance is an advantage for you. Okay?
Yes,
You see, and the problem with African parents, they don't realize when children grow up that you become adults. And adults, you can make decisions about how you want to run your life. You don't want one parent to be stressing you. The man is stressing you. You can
yes,
put him in his place without being disrespectful, while honoring him as a father, but no
hmm,
access to you. Change your number. Tell him you
yeah.
are traveling. You are traveling for a course. You are traveling out of the US. If you ring that number, we'll make him boom, 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 boom.
Thank you so much for the opportunity,
You're
sister.
welcome, my darling. Don't allow him to stress you, okay? And please
Yes.
don't get involved in their shenanigans. You have
Yes,
your family, you have your
I
life, you
already
are
told my
working.
mom.
Yeah, you have a busy life in the US. You don't have time for all that nonsense. They've been on it for 26 years. It's not going to change.
Yes.
I
And
mean,
she
please,
does not want to leave. So I think at this point she has to deal with it alone if she's not ready
she
to
will
leave.
never leave. She will never leave. Your mom is going to die there. So just get out of it. Leave it.
My
Leave them.
husband said the same thing, that she's not
Uh-uh.
going to leave, that she just leave both of them alone.
Exactly. Let them not get you involved. You know what you do? Maybe
Yes.
you get two phones, one pay as you go, and the main phone that you are using. Block
Okay.
them from the main phone. Give them that pay as you go, but always put it off. So any day In
Hmm.
months that you feel like talking to them, you can on it so they can reach
Okay.
you. So when they are calling you, they cannot give you, they cannot have access. Do it
Okay.
for your peace. Please face your
Thank you
family
so much.
though. Because this kind of father, if you are not careful, if you exercise to your father, it can start to disrupt your marriage. You, I'm telling
Yes,
you.
he called my husband saying all sorts of things, but thank God he understand. And whenever things happen, I try to explain to him. And when I told him everything he said about him, I told him that, okay, now listen to my own side of the story and what he said about you. Then he said, oh no, your father is shit. He's not. I'm like,
Don't allow
yeah,
him.
you have
Oh.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, don't allow him. Don't allow him to disrupt your life. I beg. Set boundaries. Yeah, don't allow him. Please face your family and leave that daddy. He has money. Let him live his life. He's lived his life. Don't let him disturb your life, my dear.
Yes. Thank
All
you,
right,
ma.
my love.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you.
Take care, my darling. Take
Yes,
care.
ma'am. Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Bye. Stop. Stop mental illness. Unmute yourself, sweetie.
Hello, Auntie B.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're
I've been
welcome.
so willing to be part of this show. I remember the last time I lost my sister, you were there to comfort me. I told you I
Oh,
lost her too. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. How
When I
are you
just married.
doing?
Oh,
Mm,
I'm getting better.
Belle.
Honestly, I think the topic you're discussing today is something that has to do with me and quite a lot
Mm,
of people in their marriages these days. Because I think it was a day to the new year. I had to cry and, like digging a hole to bury all the pains in me, especially the pains that my three blood sisters they encountered in their marriage, which
hmm,
I was actually bringing to my own marriage as well. Because
hmm,
I can say I am fortunate because my husband is a very lovely man, but I have to inflict the suffering on him because I just reflect over everything that happens to them, especially the present one that happened that that I said I was going to share with you. And as you brought this topic, because I was thinking in my head, I have done this for a very long time. I've counseled quite a lot of people about unforgiveness, the importance, especially in the marriages, and I never realized how these can hurt. I never realized how uneasy it can be until it actually happens to me.
hmm,
And for complete 3 years, this almost bring my marriage to an end because I was really I had the pain in me just because of just one silly issues that happened between my husband and I. And I always reflect on, just reflecting on what happens to my sisters. And I would just want to drag my husband, my marriage into it. It was very difficult and to be. But
hmm,
until I spoke to a friend of mine who happened to be a psychologist, and she realized it, she said, listen, girl, you are married to a wonderful man. And I think you are the problem here. And that's where I'm heading to that. A lot of us, it's very difficult for us to acknowledge that we are at fault and we're carrying every load on us. And
hmm,
that's the reason why we just feel like the other person is the problem.
hmm,
Whereas we are the problem because I never realized it, but I'm that person who is always I'm so open and I'm so willing to learn all the time. So
hmm,
I realized it immediately and I said to myself that, oh my goodness, I watch your show all the time and I've seen quite a lot of things happening to different women and all that. And I said, oh my God, I don't want to
hmm.
do this. So
Yeah.
when I opened today, I just said, oh, let me just join the show today. And when I just clicked on my YouTube and I saw you discussing this and I said, oh my God, this is it. Because I was thinking that, I was going to tell you that bringing
Hmm,
women together for us to start having barrier of our pains is
hmm.
something we need to consider. Please,
I
Auntie
like
B,
that.
we
I
need to
like that.
consider this.
Hmm,
I was thinking of it. I thought of because I advocate for people with mental illness in Nigeria. I have a
yeah.
foundation. So,
Hmm,
and I've been thinking of that because it actually helped me. I
yeah.
realized that most of the time, even when my husband is, bringing an idea, and I won't lie to you, Auntie B, this has cost us so many things, destroy
Hmm,
so many plans in the marriage.
hmm,
Yes, because unforgiveness destroyed quite a lot of things in the marriages, but we
yeah.
don't realize it. We lost
Hmm,
one of the house we were supposed to buy. We lost it
hmm,
because I was not ready to contribute. I was in pain. I was like, no, better than for me to contribute this money towards the
hmm,
development of the family. How we
hmm,
give it out, I will give it to people because I'm that person who is so generous. And I said, okay, I'm gonna use the money to sponsor some people their university, their secondary school in Nigeria, and I did it. And this had negative impact on the children, myself, and everyone in the family, because I'm feeling it now that, oh my God, if I had known, I should have done this.
Yeah.
Because
It's
my mom
okay.
is down here now. And I
Yeah.
felt like, oh my God, we moved from Spain down here
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago. And, I came here because I had an admission just to come and, to improve myself as well. And I'm regretting that now.
It's
And I
okay.
never realized the damages
Yeah.
until I buried the pains, the
Yeah.
resentment,
I like that.
until
I
I
like that.
acknowledged it. Yes,
Bury
I
the
never
pain.
realized it. And it
Bury
was
the
just
pain.
silly issue. And to be, it was just silly issue. Okay, I asked you that a lady started sending you messages because I heard the lady told someone that, oh, I think this man, rather than for me to go after a young man, I would rather go after this man because my husband is like about 14 years older than me, but you can't even know the difference because he's younger. He's very young. And I can say I'm the wife of his youth because I'm the first wife. Most men in the Europe, it takes a long time before they get married. They have to take their time. And we never had any courtship, and to be, that's the funniest thing. We never had any courtship. He just saw me and he feel like, oh, this is my wife. And I already dreamt about it. I said, oh, this is my husband. And we were like that. And we were very fine. We were very okay. Things were okay until when that issue happened. And I asked him, and instead of him to just tell me that, okay, this is what happened, that this lady was interested, but I wasn't. He just said, listen, don't just tell me about this. Did you see me do that? And I add on to that, and to be, it was very small, but it almost damaged my, the
Your
family's
relationship.
future.
Yeah. But you know
And
what? The thing about life is that say in our where we come from, that is the time you wake up that is your morning. I'm glad you recognize
absolutely.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and to be,
recognize that, you acknowledge it, and now you
yeah,
will not make that mistake again going forward.
absolutely, and to
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
So,
that's
and I
good for
think the
you.
best thing we
Yeah.
just need to do is, and quite a lot of men that feels the only way they can punish their spouse, or women, their spouses rather, that is, just bringing the children,
Yeah.
dragging them to their issue. I don't think it's the best thing to do because it's even dangerous for the children's mental health as well.
Very,
It's not
very,
good.
very. Yeah.
It's not the best thing to do. I was
Yeah.
honestly, when you are in pain, you might not realize it. I was almost doing it with my first son, like trying to discuss some things with him. But when I spoke to my friend, because I have psychologists as friends, that's my discipline as well. I'm doing my master's now. And I feel like, oh my God, they said, come girl, even you being a practitioner, you might not even realize your own mistake. You might not
Mm-hmm.
even realize you are doing it yourself. And you
Mm-hmm.
are doing it, and you just go outside there, preach to people, try to help people, support people. And you yourself, you're in the same shoes with these people. And to be,
Mm-hmm.
forgiveness is not something very easy. But
Yeah.
please, and to be, I think it's something you might want to consider, that bringing us as women together. I wrote to you last time because since that November that I lost my sister, I won't lie to you, I've been in pains. I can't
Mm-hmm.
even forgive the husband as well. And you
Yeah.
won't even realize it when you are in pains, when you don't forgive, even everyone around you will feel it. I've always
Yeah.
been a very happy person, even in
Yeah.
my school, everywhere, my lecturers, everybody knows me, always happy. I'm a positive person. And even the foundation everything just
Yeah.
stepped because I was
Mm-hmm.
angry with myself. I was angry with everyone around me. And even the
Yeah.
children started complaining that, oh, mommy, I think you're getting too aggressive.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Getting too
bereavement.
sometimes.
You are going through bereavement. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bereavement. When you
yeah,
lose someone, you are in grief. So that was you going through grief. And there are different stages of grief. So that's it's justified. But I thank God that you
yeah.
recognized it
Oh, Auntie
and
B.
you're working on taking that pain away from your
Yeah.
heart.
Please,
And
please,
I pray
Auntie
that the
B.
Lord will help you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please take record of these, and I would love to give you a call. Let's just start something whereby we women we come together. You don't need to show your face. We might just come together, call other women who will come with you. You cry, you bring it out, let it out. It's okay to let it out. It doesn't
Mm.
mean that you don't have the strength to carry on. It doesn't mean that you are just this very person who is very weak. You are not weak.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
bringing it out,
Yeah.
and to help yourself. And please,
Yeah.
consider it. I'll give you a call. Let's do
No
this. It's gonna
problem.
be
Okay.
fun. It's gonna be
Okay.
fun. Yeah,
All
let's
right.
let's dig a hole together. Let's bury the resentment, the pains,
Mm.
everything that is
The
causing
anger.
us. That is,
Yeah.
yes, the hunger, everything that
Yeah.
is taking over happiness from us. Let's
Yeah.
bury it. I think that's just the best way to to build our marriages and our children as well. Don't forget the children. They are
Mm.
in it already. So
Yeah.
we don't want to drag our children's future
Mm.
on negative side, do we? We need to build
No.
this together. We can do it. Auntie B, thank you very much. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you,
so
my
much.
love.
Everything you're doing for the community. Thank you.
You're
Thank you. May
welcome.
God bless you. Bye,
Amen.
Auntie B. Thank you for having
Bye.
me. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Yeah. She said we need to do a burial. And the burial is a burial of pain. We need to bury our pain. And you need to come back and tell your story because your own story is deep. Three sisters to lost because of abusive marriages. I can see why you are bitter and angry. Totally, you're going through the stages of bereavement. It is well with you, my darling. So this comment has been staring me in the face, and I wanted to talk about it very briefly before we end. On my corner, I'm going to add you in a minute. And the person said, he said, a child must respect the father and mother. Even the Bible says it in the first commandment. So a child cannot say, "Hey, dad," it is wrong. "Good morning, dad," or good or mother sounds respectful regardless. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh my yeah.
No only good morning. Good morning, come. Good morning. Ooh, good morning, help. I beg you
So
know,
if you say hello, dad or mom, doesn't mean that you don't respect. What do we consider respect in this our culture, by the way? I
see
don't
where
understand.
see where respect don't carry us reach now. See the
Eh?
country. Not be respect with the respect. Where the country dey right now? Now
Oh my
by good
god.
morning, ma or
I
sir.
just yeah.
Now you know whether person
Eh,
respect you or not. All that one not
eh.
me. Say we as Africans, so let me just speak only for Nigeria, is that we are very regimented when it comes to certain values. We want to put a square into a round circle, want to force it. Everybody must do the same thing the same way
You don't
for
hear the story of how
generation.
Yoruba person go curse your papa finish. After he don't greet you finish, greet you
Where
well
e go
well.
kneel
He go
down
ask you how you
dọ̀bálẹ̀, e go
sleep.
say
He go ask you how
pẹ̀lẹ́
your
mà,
money,
ẹ
how your
bínú
breakfast,
o.
how your lunch.
Exactly.
He go greet you. Nobody feel greet reach Yoruba for this
I'm
our
telling
Naija.
you.
Now Yoruba they greet pass.
But
If
they go
Yoruba
see
go greet something, they go tell you say shoko or jekpo. You know.
exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh my
Oh, they will tell you say that car wey you dey drive now hope na water you dey chop, you know they chop petrol. And the level of greeting be that.
God.
I beg, greeting is not respect, salutation is not love. I beg, I think I beg you.
It is not oh.
Mm.
It is not.
Oyibo knows I beg greet extensive greeting like that. One day I dey waka with my son, I'm like, make I gist you, go laugh tire.
I beg, I
I
won't
see,
laugh.
I see one boy, one I told you, I see not being friend, but they go the same school. I call someone, I know they greet. He said they don't greet. I say, how not greet? He said, what that mean? He say nodding head. I say, eh? You don't shake head. You know how you go just do head like
Yes
this.
nah.
Not the person nod, they don't greet finish. Oh, they don't work out, they don't greet finish. So they just acknowledge each other by nodding and they agree to be that. I laugh, I won't faint. I say, now when I agree to be that, I say, Mom, of course. What do you expect? And we're not gonna shake hands and stand and be talking. We don't greet. Salutation.
Yep.
If you salute person, greet and good morning. How are you? How are your children? How was your sleep? Oh, this, that. Oh, you greet and finish. If you turn around, you go cuss and well. Ah, eh,
Yep. Now
Samolu, when I get PhD for greeting, Yoruba, if Yoruba person greet you, Jesus. Come on, you're welcome. Yoruba person greet you and you say you go take. Anytime we dey do conference call, yeah, this my sister. We dey go if he and the other girl, the other sister, na Yoruba both of them be.
uh,
For the first 5 minutes of the conference call, they greet the other person. I beg, one day I tell am say, I beg you don't do. All this greet you don't do. The one you greet and the other they never finish. Still they drink water on top of the one you greet and 3 days ago. That one don't do. He say, oh, na Yoruba girl be na so I tell they greet. Ṣé dáadáa lẹ wà? Ṣé ẹ sùn dáadáa? Àwọn ọmọ ńkọ́? Daddy ńkọ́? Iṣẹ́ ńkọ́? Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́. Ṣé ẹ̀rọ tútù? Ẹ̀rọ jò? Mo dáràn. I'm waiting. I beg. When will this greeting end?
Oh my goodness. Ah. So we get Yoruba get fellowship for greeting, not be PhD. He
Not be
passed
smart thing.
na
They go
fellowship.
greet, sir. They go to greet something. They go say, you know, see weather. You see the weather as it be.
Exactly.
How the weather be for on
Exactly.
that side. Now part of greeting be that too. I see
Oh
you by me.
yeah, exactly. They get greeting for everything.
No,
This
it's good. I mean, it's good to greet,
no,
but the
it
point
is.
we are trying to make in all this is that, greeting is not love, it's not respect. No, it's
No.
not.
Mm-mm.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
just cultural. Oyibo know they greet all those kind of greeting. Doesn't mean that they don't respect each other. Okay?
Exactly.
It's just cultural.
Exactly.
The way all this long, plenty greeting. Somebody saying hello, Europe. Olago you say hello, Europe greeting.
Oh my God.
So
You got
if your children say hello, dad, hello, mom, hiya, me say they don't respect you, I beg. Especially if you live in diaspora, move
exactly.
with the times, I beg.
I beg. Because loosen up. Then they try to bring you in to show you say you self belong. That's what it is, you know. Abio. Oh my God. All this unforgiveness matter, we go carry everybody, line them up. Make everybody do Royal Rumble.
Abi?
Do wrestling, Royal Rumble. Everybody go fight. You go take out your grievances on each other. Yeah. This unforgiveness of a thing. Yes, so as adults, we dey feel say not easy. But in order for you to have a spirit of forgiveness, you have to be like a child. You notice children, right? Sister B, you can speak to this. You have children. When they grow, when you go spank them or you go talk to them, caution them for something when they do, they are going to be hurt, right?
Yeah.
They will cry. The very next minute, they go turn around and say, Mommy, I
Yes.
want some water. They'll say,
Yes.
Mommy, can I get a
Yes.
hug? They
Or
go
when
hug
two of
you.
them they quarrel.
Or
When
two.
if you get more than two children, when two of them they quarrel, me I they always wonder, say who they settle there. Like my boys when they this small, they can fight. You go hear go, I will run who they fight again now. Next minute you see them they talk, they play. I say who settle now? They know they need anybody to settle them. Next thing that they play, they don't forget.
They don't forget. They don't move right
Nobody they
on.
settle them more. They know they remember.
They know they remember. They don't move right on. So in order for you to, I know because adulting is a scam sometimes. Because as you grow, depending on the environment you were brought up in, depending on how you were given the opportunity to express yourself as a child, depending on the type of child you were, all that plays into, whether you choose to forgive a person or not. Sometimes it's a learned, when person go do you something, you not feel respond, or when maybe your parents will say something that's incorrect and you're not able to because everybody says shut up, you shouldn't talk when others are talking, right? Depending on the culture and the environment. But if you can remember to be like a child in your head, and that's why people keep saying don't lose your inner child. It's so important because the moment you lose your inner child, unforgiveness will become an issue. A lot of things that you really necessarily we shouldn't take seriously, we start to take them seriously. That's just a fact. And then it starts to affect your psyche, your mental health. Then, you go to the hospital for checkup, they'll be discovering all manner of sickness or stress that's related. They might not be able to ask you, oh, do you have unforgiveness? Some doctors that are very perceptive and understand these things will ask you, but very few, right? So that is why you can't force anyone to forgive. That's a fact as an adult. But it's a choice you have to make.
Yeah.
You have to make that choice. One, do you want to live long? Do you want to have a healthy, happy life? Or do you want to be a bitter person, upset at everything? I know there's situations in life that will happen, that will break, that can break anybody. But at the end of the day, now this world will meet and now here we go live on. No matter what it is that's happening, no matter how painful you think it is, now here we meet and now here we go live on. We know they can't go
That
anywhere.
barrel long.
So even
Yes.
if anybody offend you, for instance, now if person come waka come meet person, say slap you, whatever, you react, you vex, you do whatever. At the
Mm.
end of the day, really and honestly, what at the end of the day, you have to let that person go. It's not about that person, no. It's about
About
you. Do
you.
you want to be
Yeah.
bitter? Do you want to spend the rest of your days calculating in your head, thinking, losing sleep, and say, what this person did to me, and whatever? Not everybody forgives at the same pace, but it's
Mm-hmm.
very important to have it at the back of your mind. Yes, I understand that there's certain things that will happen that will bridge your spiritual, that will bridge you spiritually. But guess what? You have to learn to forgive, because guess what? We all have energies. There's some people that forgive very easily, but their spirits are fighters, their spirits are lions. They
Mm-hmm.
will still, you will somehow, it will be as though you were punished for something you did to that person. So, to your point earlier when you were talking about energies, those things are real,
Yeah.
we're all
Yeah.
energies, we're made up of energies. So you have to recognize that. So when you carry on forgiveness and you carry all sorts of weight around, you also have to understand that there are energies that you are inviting into your space just
Mm-hmm.
by being unforgiving.
Mm-hmm.
There are energies that you will attract that has no business being in your space. But
Oh
because
yes.
you carry that unforgiveness, because you carry that bitterness or whatever the concern is, those energies will have legal right in your space.
Oh yes.
I know that not all of us are spiritually inclined. I get it. I understand, right? But it's just a reality, whether
Oh
you choose
yes.
to believe it or not.
Or not.
So if you're
Mm-hmm.
choosing not to forgive someone because they've hurt you, and again, I'm going to repeat it, everybody forgives at different pace. But the important thing for you to remember is at the back of your mind, you need to know that you have to let it go. Feel
Mm-hmm.
the pain you need to feel. I mean, it's just like having siblings. Your siblings, when you live together as kids, you guys will fight. You guys will get upset with each other. You might not be living in the same space, but there will be certain things that they will do to you that will make you so upset that you'll be like, it's even good I'm far from her because I don't need to deal with her. And then they'll probably call you and you won't pick up your phone because you're still upset. That's okay. That's valid. Those emotions are valid. But you have to recognize that you have to let it go.
Yeah.
Somebody typed in the comment section, like, if you have to write and say, hey, this person, I release you. I just release you. I set you free. If you have to say it out loud, do so. Because it's really not about anyone. You see, this journey of life is an individual journey, is a personal journey. So you decide, you choose how you want to run it. You choose if you want to let go of things that have hurt you, or you don't want to let go. It's up to you. It's your decision. There's free will. You have to make that choice on a daily basis or even a minute by minute basis. So having an understanding, having that deep understanding of what unforgiveness is, it might be able to help someone to understand why it is important to forgive. You might still be angry, and guess what? Your emotions are valid depending on what that person did to you. We all have our emotions and it was given to us, okay? But we also have to recognize that it is up to us to decide how we react to those things, because those same things are the things that will set us back, that will keep the flow of good things or blessings or whatever it is you're waiting or wanting. You
Mm.
would decide how far you want to go and how much joy you want to have in your life.
Somebody asked a question, Omoye. I want you to answer
Mm,
it. Chidinma
okay.
says, how do you know you have forgiven?
When you have peace, when
Yeah.
that person comes in your space
Yeah.
and you have peace about it, you are
Yeah.
indifferent to the
Yeah.
person. That
Mm-hmm.
person does not affect you emotionally anymore. So when the
Yeah.
person walks into a room and you see the person, you even have a smile on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Without even, you know what I mean? You be like, before you remember that person hurt you, you go take. You go say, oh,
Yeah.
that's the person that did
You
this
know,
thing.
yeah. Rao said, you are forgiving a person if you can sincerely love and treat that person like you would do yourself. Then you are truly forgiving. You are happy when they are, you know, in
Yeah,
your space and vice versa. Yeah. You
exactly.
have peace. It's
You
the
have
peace you
peace.
have around that person that lets you know Now
that
you've
lets you
forgiven them.
know that you have forgiven that
Yeah.
person. It's just that simple.
Peace.
And that again, I'm going to say this because I know that we're all different and we respond to things differently. There are people who struggle with, forgiving and all of that. Some people take time. Some people, it happens for them really quick. I choose to forgive very quickly. I even did a video about it this year because it was heavy on my mind. I
Yeah.
choose to forgive just like that,
Yeah.
regardless of what anybody does to me. I choose to do it. Why? Because I recognize that somehow my spirituality is tied to forgiving. So if I don't forgive a person, I'm only doing myself. I'm not doing someone else. I'm
Mm.
affecting my own self. So, and I don't want any on that because I'm a truly happy person. I'm very content and I'm very peaceful. So anything, and I don't joke with those things in my life. So anything that's going to bring about any negativity around me, I run from it. I don't even want
Mm.
to understand it. I don't, so my peace is paramount to me. So that's why I choose to forgive. And I want to
Yeah.
be able to see all the opportunities that are in front of me. I don't want to be blind to them because I'm angry about what if the person you're angry with is the person in the position to hand you what you need? Or you hand them what they need. You don't know. Will you now say because that person has did something to you, you're not going to give them what they need, like a payback? So these are things that we need to ask ourselves. We all forgive at different paces, but have it at your subconscious in your mind that you need to let it go. Everything that we're experiencing, emotions, anger, bitterness, whatever it is, it ends here. Now here they finish. They go anywhere else.
Yes.
you know
So.
so
Mm.
please, this is a very, very important subject to be discussing, especially in the first month of the year,
Yeah.
because I think that it's not said enough. It's very
Yeah.
important because when you set yourself free, Omo,
Mhm.
there's nothing anybody can do to you. You go shake
Yes.
them up.
So your
What
happiness will be complete. You will
it will
just
be
be happy.
complete.
Like you with your
Exactly.
videos that you're always dancing and just enjoying yourself. That joy. You feel that joy.
Exactly.
People would want. Look, let me tell you something. Our community, we always feel like it's when you are loaded. That's when you have joy. Mm-mm.
No.
Mm.
Banu.
When you free yourself from all that bitterness. And there was something that Rao said that resonates with me. I know that for sure. When you struggle sometimes, what you need to do is pray about it. Ask the Holy Spirit to help you. If you are a Christian, ask the Holy Spirit, help me. I can't do it in my carnal mind or senses. My five
Yeah.
senses have failed me. Help me to forgive this person. You will see.
Exactly.
You won't even know when it will happen. It will just happen.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Exactly. Exactly. You exactly. So if you're forgiving, ask for the grace. Ask
Yeah.
for the grace to let go and pray for that person. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but pray for them. I find that praying for the person helps me forgive very easily. The moment someone hurts me and I pray for them, depending on how painful it is, and I pray sincerely for that person, almost that thing will fly. It will be as though it grew wings and just flew away. That emotion will disappear. Okay. So forgiveness, take away for all of us, this forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. It is for you. And then know how to manage the difficult people around you. That's all. Know how to manage them so that they don't keep peeling back the wound every time. You just look for ways, depending on your situation, to manage the difficult people around you that refuse to want to let go. Okay, if it means you not communicating with them anymore, don't communicate with them because this life is free too. If you have peace, what is freedom? What is true freedom in God? True freedom in God is having peace of mind,
Mhm.
having the joy, having content, because that is what true freedom is. It's not the amount of money you have, it's not whether you have everything that life has to offer. It's an inside job, it's not an outside job. If you don't have it on the inside, you're not going to have it on the outside. It's just that simple. You'll be looking for false things to cover it up, which is not necessary because what your energy is potent. When you walk into a room, what do people notice? It is your energy first. When people look at you a certain way, it is you, your presence that people notice before they even see you. There are people who walk into the room and you know that somebody just walked in. I remember seeing a video. It was just a movie, and I think Alaja Salawa Abeni played a very small role in it. She walked into that room. My goodness. Even from the TV, my sister, I could feel her majesty. There was something royal about this woman. I couldn't place my finger on it. She commanded this respect. I don't know how to explain it. I was the one experiencing someone else's energy on the screen. I
Yeah.
wasn't standing in front of her. That's to tell you how powerful
Yeah.
energies
Energy.
are.
Yeah.
So I don't want to keep you long. I know you've done 2 hours. You said you were going to be here 1 hour.
I did.
Stop saying that, because
Yeah.
it's not going to, it's not going to happen. Because
And
these are topics
there's
that
a
can't
lot to
just be.
say. There's a lot to
Yeah,
say. So many people are affected by this, the topic. So yeah,
exactly.
definitely. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
Omoye.
Sister B.
Thank you, my
Love
love.
you.
Yeah, love you.
All right, then.
Have
Bye.
a good evening, my love. Thank
You
you.
too. Bye.
Yeah. So, well, I'm going to end by saying that, yeah, my people, I didn't know we were going to stay this long, but here we are. It's okay. I hope it blesses someone. Someone learns something from it. Thank you so much, Gigi. You are amazing. You are wonderful. Thank you. Maybe if not for you, this show would not have taken place today. Uh, please learn from Caroline. Oh. Caroline has saved her drama. Oh. Caroline, save your drama. She saved her drama. Oh, and she said she's forgiving Musa Danjuma. Musa Danjuma allegedly got a side chick pregnant. And he's known for philandering. But she said, I have peace. She's happy. She has her life. She has her kids. Please let it go. And for you that your parents are busy stressing you from Africa, Sheung, and they keep calling you and involving you in your drama, I beg. They've lived their life. Live your life and cut them off and focus. Do what you want to do for them from a distance, but don't allow them into your drama. Especially if your dad is trying to come and get your husband involved in that mess now. Don't allow it. Okay? Yeah. Please bury that pain, bury that anger, bury that hurt. And women, especially those of you that were leaving those comments in that video, Neka, I didn't see you again, no. Since we started, I didn't see you. I saw you at the beginning. I hope you catch this on later on. I'm going to talk to you one-on-one, my darling, because I love you. I think you're an amazing person, but you got to bury the pain, my darling. Bury that pain. I don't know where it's coming from. It doesn't matter who did it to you, but you've got to bury it. Let it go. Please, if you are watching this, bury it. Free yourself. Open the doors of opportunity, blessing into your life. We are going into a new year. Please let it go. Pray that God will give you the strength to let go of that pain. And I know that He hears. He hears our prayers. You need to let it go. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. I hope this video has blessed you one way or the other. Please, let's remove bitterness, hatred from our hearts. Our prayers cannot be answered if we don't let go of that pain. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass. We say it every day when we pray. Most of us are going to church. We are daddy Jews, mommy Jew. We know the Bible in and out, but this is one principle that we have to always put at the back burner of our mind. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Please hit the like button. Ice, thank you so much. Ice. Gigi, I appreciate you. I love you very much. May God bless you. Rao, thank you so much. I'm on Yes Corner and everybody that's contributed. God bless you. Have a good weekend. I pray that God will give us the grace to be able to forgive and move on. Every situation that is holding us captive, that is holding up hostage to our emotions, that is not allowing us to move on, that is not allowing the blessings of God to be released in our lives. Today, I pray that the Holy Spirit will help us to make it a thing of the past. It will give us the grace to be able to forgive, to move on. God is opening a new chapter in your lives and in my life today. In the name of Jesus. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. And I will speak to you in my next one. I love you. Bye, guys. Bye.